coming up in today's video. Why am I doing this? I'll tell you why. Because you know when you scroll on YouTube and videos start playing as you're scrolling, if you like pause on that video for a second, and mine's always just hands. And I thought this way people might be able to see what's coming up. It might encourage them to click. That's the reason. We'll find out if it works. But all of this is coming up. So, hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends. Welcome back. Let's do nail stuff. Let's do nail stuff. Thanks for being here with me today. I love that you're here. We have a new, it's not new, well it is new. It's a mid-month Madame Glam. Forgot the word completely. It's written 6 times in front of me. Madame Glam Cateye collection, the spring Cateye bundle. I assume you can buy them separately. So we're going to have a look at them. We'll give them a little wiggle so you can get a real good look. We like to, I like to be as informative as possible before telling you that you need to buy something. You don't just want these, you need them. They're so gorgeous. They're bright. They're super pigmented. And they're freaking Cateye. I mean, come on. You don't even have to look at them. There's a Cateye bundle. Of course you want it. Right. So we'll do this. Then we'll do a little swatcheroo. And then we're going to do stuff with it. The stuff you saw at the beginning. That's the stuff we're going to do today. This purple. Mwah. And the pink. That's what we're going to use as our background colours today. But I do think we use all of them, I believe. So that's good. Look at this pink. Look how bright it is. That's super bright for a Cateye, isn't it? No background colour needed. Sometimes, they look better over black or over something else. But this one, boom. One coat on a clear. And it's super bright. But I am going to do 2 coats. I faff around with the magnet for a little bit just because I enjoy doing so. But just trying to get it, there's a point. There's a bit where you go, ooh, look at the Cateye. And oh my goodness, this one, Citrus Dream. It's like sunset in a bottle. It's like, I don't know, it's like Fanta. Well, not the Fanta over here. The Fanta that you get in countries that fill your food with chemicals and things to make them really bright. So you could call this Fanta coloured unless you're in Europe, and let's be honest, if you're in the US, that's Fanta coloured. If you're anywhere else in the world, not so much. But it's super bright and lovely. It's more like sunset. When I first did the stroke of putting it down, it was like stepping into a golden warm sunset glow. And the magnet, yeah. When you do it a bit and you think, oh, there it is. And then you just do it a little bit more. Just hold it for a little bit longer or move it a little bit in some other direction. And then pow, you get this bright white flash of just magnetic-y goodness. So I was just wiggling them around for a bit. And then I'll do the second coat off. Did I offend anybody with that? I highly doubt so, because why would you be offended? You don't make the Fanta. And it's factual. But if you did, then I'm sorry, I guess. No, I'm not really. Don't be offended by that. Come on, let's not be offended by everything in the world. What was I saying? I don't know. Interrupted myself. Oh yeah, I'll do the second coat off camera. Oh, that pink. I know every time I see pink, I say I love pink, but I'm not a pink person. I think I might be a pink person. I do like pink, and I have some pink stuff. I mean, no pink clothes, and I don't wear pink on my nails, but still, I think I am a pink person. I think it's just built in. The day you're born, you're a girl, you like pink. Okay, got it. And that one, look at the glow. Look at the bloody glow on that. So good. And here's all of them with a second coat and a top coat. Look how bananas. Look at them. Look at that green. It's so good. Cat eyes. You just can't go wrong with cat eyes, can you? Those cat eyes, perfect for summer. And I can kind of see them playing a part at Christmas as well. Won't bore you with how, but I can. But look at that on my somewhat tanned hand. We had sunshine and I haven't shut up talking about it, have I? I think I've mentioned my tan hands about 3 times in the last few videos. But we had sunshine. It's a big deal. Right, we're going to start with half the nail in the pink and then half in the purple. I'm just brushing over it. If I get some on my purple brush, I will just give a little wipe. Oh, I didn't that time. But I would recommend giving a little wipe. But I didn't get much on it. So you can bring out the zhuzh all over. See that? Oh. And that's what I did at first. But then I changed my mind on the second coat. Or did I? I don't know. So with the second coat, I'm calming down. Just calm down. Can everybody just chill out for a minute? Okay? You're getting me all worked up. It's just the excitement of cat eyes. I did the purple first and then the pink. So just to kind of, I don't know, I feel like I feel like that helps the blend, switching it each time. But look, if you make a more centered or a more not all over, although I have just gone all over, I'm doing another one here. All right. Oh no, I decided is this the same one? No, this is the next one. Look, if you if you put the glow more, condense it more, what's the word I'm looking at? Focus it more on one spot, then the pink and the purple really show up more. Because if you have the glow all over, you kind of make it a little bit more pale because you're giving this very sort of soft white sheet over it almost of the cat eye, whereas getting the glow in one spot, you still get the brightness of the purple and the pink. And then I've put a coat of hollow top coat over it. It is a no wipe top coat, but pretend it's not, because we're just going to carry on as if it's not. If it was a person, I'd give it a quick buff so that everything we're doing now isn't sat on a non-sticky surface. But I didn't. That was a Macart hollow top coat. And then we're going to do a circle and bring out the zhuzh. Magnetic Cateye, activate. I think we all agreed bringing out the zhuzh was what we're going to stick with. So that's what we're going to stick with. So bringing out the zhuzh, having a little play around with it. And then I will flash cure just for 10 seconds just to hold that in place. So when we do the next bit, it doesn't get affected. And then this one, we're going to do a half circle, a semicircle in the orange, in the chemical Fanta. Just in case you were offended. I just want to, bring it on home. And then just give my brush a quick wipe. And then I'm switching to the other pink. So there's 2 pinks. And we're going to do the other half of the circle in that. And then we're just going to give them a little wiggle in between. And ombre. Boom. That will do. Look at that. Because when you bring out the zhuzh, masks a lot of the ombre blend area anyway. But because they're the same word that I always forget, formula, then they blend really well. Do you see that? I gave it like a wiggle. And it looks like a gorgeous blend. Or ombre or whatever. And then I thought, we need to make this one a bit 2 colours. So I'm just going to add some on top. So you can do 1 colour, cure it, and then add the ombre bit on top if you want. Not worrying too much about trying to do a good blend because it sort of does its own thing. And then we'll zhuzh that bit. Oh, you could do 1 colour, zhuzh it to one side, cure, then do the next colour, zhuzh it to the other side, double zhuzhed circle. Hey? That would be good. And we cured those, and now we're topping with the Votino Teflon matte because it's resistant to chrome. And I haven't tested other matte top coats or velvet top coats to see if they are, which I really should. But we're taking the Madame Glam white gel paint and we're going to give our planets, they're planets by the way, some little rings, just 1 on each. So start with do a smile on the planet that pokes out just a bit further, but don't do it too deep because then you'll have to come up high on the sides, and then the bits where these bits here, the bits going behind it, end up higher up on the circle than you want them to be. I'm saying that just because I did this about 3 times, thinking, why am I not getting my rings in the right place? Just do a shallow curve. Right, cure that. We're taking the Magician series. I'm going a bit mad talking, aren't I? And in a minute, once we've done this, it'll all be relatively similar, so I'll calm down, maybe. We're taking the Magician series from Betsy, I want to say, and using the gold just to chrome over our white rings, because the Madame Glam gel paint takes chrome once cured. Awesome. If you didn't know that, life changer. Maybe not a life changer, game changer. And then I thought, we need more. Let's do more goldy bits. So we're going to add some dot stars. Dot, and then we're going to pull up very lightly, then down, and then left and right. I'm making my brush so that it has got product on, but not a lot, just so it's kind of, you know, wet. Not wet, wet. Not wet, wet, wet. I feel it in my fingers. But just so it's not completely wiped clean. And then we're using the product from the dot to pull up. See, I'm wiping off a bit there. Just to pull up into little star shapes. And then we're going to diamondize. It's a word, okay? The middle of them. So I'm going to just do little curves in between each of the arms of the star. We're going to add some dots first. Dots and stars, yay! My favourite things. They are a few of my favourite things. Cateyes, ombres, galaxies, planets, dots and stars. I'm a happy bunny with that. So this bit here, get on with it, women. Here, I'm just going to curve outwards, inwards, I don't know, between each of the arms, just to make the middle of the stars a bit bigger and a bit more diamondy shaped, so that when we chrome them, there's a bit more to see, you know, just so we can see more goldy bits. But when you do this, then make sure that it's even on in each little quarter, because it's quite easy to do the little curves and not realize until you've cured that it's made it all look a bit wonky. So then we can go over these as well with the chrome. And then I'm going to use the other side of this sponge to wipe off some of the excess. So the other side of the sponge hasn't really got anything on it apart from the excess of wiping the rings. See, I've switched it over, and that will take off any pigment that it's on areas that isn't for it, any of the matte bits. And then we can top. Oh, yes. Top with the no wipe. By the way, did you know? I bet you did. Look! Oh, look at that! Look at all the cat-eye-ness going on. Chrome, cat eyes, ombres, galaxies. I love it. Yes. That you can get a whopping 30% off at Madame Glam using the link in the description and the code MISSJO30. Do use the link though, and the code, and then they'll know that you've come from me. I sent you there. I packed you a sandwich, put some orange squash in a flask for you, bought you a train ticket and sent you on your way. So we're going to do another ombre planet here, and thought we'll do the orange and the pink. Is that the same as one we did on the other one? I think so, just because I thought they were so lovely together, so we'll do a bigger one. But I am going to do something a little bit different with this. Didn't quite go to plan, but it sort of did. So I'm doing some wiggles in here, because I thought, you know, when you look at Jupiter, it's got the wiggles, and then zhuzhed it, but they kind of leveled out pretty quickly. So I zhuzhed and then re-wiggled in the zhuzh, and they showed up a bit better, but I would get that in the lamp sharpish. Like, do the last wiggle, get that shit in the lamp, you know, right now. Oh, re-zhuzhing. Yeah, they kind of disappeared a bit, but it was just a little experiment. We like to experiment. And then we'll do another one with the blue and the, I just don't know. I don't know. How are you all? You okay? Hope you're okay. I'm okay. I know you all ask, and I appreciate that. I'm okay. I'm all right. Had Rosie here and my brother this weekend, so that was nice. Got a Chinese. Love a Chinese. Although I did have a bit of an anxious moment when the food arrived, and went and sat in my room by myself for a while, just to kind of, I don't know. I was socialised out, you know. I think I was like, I just want to be by myself now for a bit, thanks. I'll heat some up later. But they were fine with it. They're fine. Right, so we cured those and we've mapped them again. And we're going to add some rings again, because otherwise they're just circles, aren't they? Nobody will know their planets unless we put a ring round them. And I know only one of our solar system's planet has rings. That's a lie. Neptune has rings as well, doesn't it? Is it Neptune? But we just don't see them or something. Let's Googleize it. Does Neptune majoring? No. Neptune have rings? Oh, I've Googled it before. Yes, Neptune has a ring system consisting of at least 5 main rings and 4 prominent ring arcs. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet it's like, why does Saturn get all the hype? I've got rings too. Oh, sorry, Neptune. And you're blue. I like that. Right, we're going to chrome this and then top. And then that's going to be our bookends of our nails. So thumb and pinky, I would have these as. I like to kind of bookend a set. And then we're going to just tie in the other 3 using the same things, techniques. Oh, topping this. Oh, you can see the wiggly bits a little bit, can't you? But topping it, so satisfying. Did it quite thick. And then we'll hold it upside down for a sec, wiggle it about maybe off camera and do some alterations, just to try and get my light line nice and straight. Right, now we're taking Chic Rose, which is one of my favourites for, you know, nudie backgrounds. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. We're using white gel paint to do a star. So just your basic, how everyone draws a star. Which way do you go? I go bottom left, up to the top, down to bottom right, up to top left, across to the right, and then down left to where I started. Some people do it differently. Those people are weird. They're wrong and weird. Okay, I'm just using this straight brush just to kind of smush out the outline, because I don't want the white to be a thing. It's just so I can see what I'm doing for the next bit. So I thought, well, let's make it sort of level and even all over. And I used the straight brush for that. It was great for it. I think it's a newish brush. And I really like it. And I think it's a good one for cleanups as well. It's not teeny tiny, but for things like this, cleaning up angles or straight lines or whatever, really, really good. I can see I'm going to get more use out of that. So now we're going to do half the star in purple and half in pink, and then we will just smush them a bit in the middle. So we haven't cured the purple, but I don't think I would have been able to do half a star in the purple and then a symmetrical other half in pink without a guide. So that's why we have a guide. It's still not a perfect star, but it's fine. Oh, and just then I just wiggled between the two colours. So you take a bit of purple to the pink, pink to the purple, purple to pink, pink to the purple. And then just kind of, brushing over the centre a bit. And then bring out Le Juge, because Roland Garros started today. We'll throw a Le in there. And then Cure. And then did I do 2 coats? Maybe. See how you feel. It's up to you. And then we're putting the clear hollow on top again. And then we'll add some little planets in here. And it will be like a little galaxy in a star. You know, stars in a star. So we're going to do, so pretty. We're going to do the same, but I don't think I ombre. Do I? No. But I'm just doing them coming off. No, getting cut off by the star. Because otherwise there'd only really be room for one in the middle or some really tiny ones. And we don't want them really tiny. So I'm going to have 2 that are cut off by the angles. Bring out the zhuzh, always flash before doing your next Cateye thing so that it stays put. Don't move. And then we'll do another little one here. Anybody else watching Roland Garros? I am very excited that summer tennis season is here. Earlier on, oh my word, they did this ceremony for Rafa. I was crying, like crying. And I filmed the TV screen because I thought I'll send it to my friend. We're doing the same on this as we are with the other things. So I'm just going to ramble. If that's not your cup of tea, I don't know, have some coffee or something. So Rafa was there and they were doing this thing and then they were like, we've got a message on screen and look how nice that is, Matt. Still glowy. And they showed Novak, Andy and my Rog. And I thought to myself, if they come out, if my Rog walks onto court, I'm going to lose my mind. And he did. All 3 of them. The doors opened up and they were there. And I have it on recording. I was screaming. I was like a young teen at a boy band concert. I screamed because my Rog came on screen. And then they were, just talking and hugging. And then Rafa was crying at one point and I was crying. But it was amazing. And the bloody commentators started speaking over it. Gave me a split screen of what was going on the court and them in the, whatever you call it, box. I'm not interested in you. Shut up. And they're like, isn't it great to be part of this and see this? Yeah, it would be if you shut up and put the full screen on. Don't get me started because I get angry about that sort of thing. I should be in charge of all tennis. What's the word? I don't know. Putting them, what goes on TV when, what we show, what we don't show. I should be in charge of that for every tournament that exists. Right, we're going to outline the star using the white gel paint. White gel paint, just all the Madame Glam gel paints, they make your lines better. Don't ask me how. I mean, I'm guessing it's the consistency, but they just do. You can get nice straight lines. And I was trying to make these as sharp as possible where they meet and where the points are. And then we can cure it. And then we can chrome it. Yippee! One of my, I've told you this before, but I'm going to say it again. One of my tweets about the programming is the word. The programming of Wimbledon once. My angry tweets. I have about 1 tweet on my Twitter. Don't even know I think I might have deleted my Twitter. I'm not sure. And it was this one. Just complaining about the scheduling and the programming of Wimbledon on day 1. And it ended up in the newspaper. Joanne from blah, blah, blah said this. Yeah, see, I should be in charge. Right, we are now going to top coat just the star and the border of the star, our little gold border. And then I think I leave that at that. I was tempted to do something on the background, but decided no. You know, we have a star, we have an ombre, we have Cateye, we have a galaxy, we have chrome. I think that's enough. And there we go. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, my star's completely wonky or not. Oh, my camera is being just weird. It's having a midlife crisis, I think. But yeah, I love that little one, like a little window into a galaxy, a star-shaped window. Oh, I want a star-shaped window. And then we're going to do some planets without the background. So we're going to do it on the nudie background. This is just kind of, I was trying to make a cohesive set, but have them all different at the same time, apart from the two that are the same. And then had to try the purple and the pink together as an ombre. Wait for it. Pink and purple together. So good. But just again, just a little easy little tickle. And you'll have an ombre. And it doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to bring out the zhuzh. And the zhuzh will mask a multitude of sins. Look, see? Just a little scratch. Like they're a bit itchy. Just give them a little itch. Give them a little scratch. And then bring out the zhuzh. Come on. Not a bad circle. Not a fantastic circle. But still not a bad circle. And then, oh, look at that glow. Look at the glow. Oh, can't you just stare at it for hours? Oh, look at that. Yes. Lovely. Get it in the lamp. And then we'll add another orange and something one. Green, I think. Possibly not the best colours to ombre together, orange and green, but let's give it a try. Just wiped my brush on my palette there. Didn't bother giving it a proper wipe because we're going to ombre them anyway. But this is the Ultra Liner. It's my go-to for pretty much everything. But before I got the Glam brushes, I used to use Crystal Nails brushes, and I really loved them. But I haven't used since getting these. I can't remember the last time I used a Crystal Nails brush. I've still got them. Amongst my many brushes, but they're not in my go-to pot anymore. They're in the one right next to it, but still, my Glam brushes have taken center stage. And then I'm going to put one over the other one. Kind of wish I'd done this more to the side. Oh, but then the side, you know, one of the many sides a circle has. Didn't do an ombre because it was small. But then if I'd done it to the side, it would have interfered with my rings of Saturn. Although I could have just had the ring go behind it, which would have looked cool. Oh well, I didn't. So I'm going to put some hollow on top of just the purple one and the orangey one, just so that there was more of a sort of separation between the purple one and the one sitting on its head. It's wearing another planet like a hat. It's supposed to be just far in front of it. But it does just look like it's wearing a planet hat. I'd definitely wear a planet hat. Not a real planet. I would die. Cured those. Oh, I'm so glad that some of you find me as amusing as I find myself. I'm more laughing at the fact that what I'm saying is not funny, but I'm still saying it and I'm still going to put it on the internet. And I just don't care. So we're going to add some rings. Oh, the other day we got a message from someone who had moments before left a really nice comment on a video and then said the feedback. She said, "Is there a cat walking across your microphone?" Absolutely not. I'm allergic. I'd be dead. Because the noises is really irritating, or effing irritating. Something like that. But no, it's just me. It's just, you know, I'm doing this voiceover on a phone, and I'm a nail tech, not a sound tech. And I replied, and I wasn't rude because, you know, they left me a nice comment, and I'm sure they didn't mean it in a nasty way. So if you are watching, I didn't take offense. And I'm not mad at you, don't worry. But I did just reply saying, no, it was an alpaca. I'll tell you what it is, and I've just realised it's probably happening in this video. The charger is plugged into my phone, and I'm lying on my bed, so the bottom of the charger is rubbing on the bed near the mic, causing the fuff. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, we are now topping over these gold bits. So if this was a person, I would probably, after doing the chrome, top or maybe matte again. I don't like adding loads of layers, but matte again, and then top over the gold and the planets, just because the top coat that's sat on these stars and dots isn't really particularly secure, because it's just sat on the chrome, you know. Does that make sense? And the chrome's just a powder. So if you top them first, like the whole nail, it's like underneath something, and then when you top over them, it's, you know, it's not just sat on the powder. The chrome would have had a full top coat over everything. I hope that makes sense. Now we're going to do a French, similar to how we did the star, so half in pink and half in purple, and then just a really quick squiggle between the two. This is a long video, isn't it? Okay, we've got 7 minutes 20 seconds left. I don't know how. Isn't this the last nail? I have got the next month's... Wait, what month are we in? April? No, April. That's what I just said. What month are we in? May. I've got the January, March, April, May, June collection, Madame Glam collection. Holy moly. Oh, look at this bit. Look at this bit. You see when there's a certain point where you see the really bright bit. That's when you should stop. I don't tend to stop. I tend to carry on. But look at that. Oh, see how they're having the glow really condensed in one place. The pink and the purple keep their brightness. Yeah, I've got next month's collection. It's so bright, and I'm not gonna tell you much, but hopefully I can tell you this, that it's one of those collections where the bottles are the same colour as the polish. Oh, perfect match as well. But they are bright, and there's I don't want to say too much. Some of them are stop it. But you'll see. It's really good, really bright, really summery. Okay, on this one we're going to do just one planet, greeny blue one. There we go. Could give it a little swirl or more wiggles if you wanted, but I felt like I kind of failed a bit at that, so I just left it how it was. And then we're going to matte these again, and then oh no, okay, wait. We're going to do some gold bits again, so we'll add some rings, or ringer, singular, and then some dots, maybe a star. Just did one planet because I thought we'll leave gap for a star. And I'm going to outline the French as well, which wasn't the initial plan, but then I realised my French not that great, so I needed to outline it and hopefully make it better. Oh, this bit here, see how I did the curves, but this one here, no, the bottom right was not even compared to the rest of them, so just keep an eye out for that. So I went to do a nice thin straight line, well, not thin straight line, thin curved line. Not nice at all. It's all lumpy bumpy. So I'm just going to thicken it up to disguise the bumps. And then the same on the other side. And then cure it, full cure. And then we'll chrome those as well. Does anybody watch The Handmaid's Tale? I'm obsessed. I started rewatching it when I heard when the new season was going to come out. So I started rewatching it because the first time I don't think I was paying that much attention. So at one point I was like, hang on, what's going on? Is he a goodie? Is he a baddie? How is he that? Why isn't a bit confused? So I rewatched it, and now I'm watching the new season. Fell asleep while watching the latest episode last night. I think I must have just been in a bit of a Chinese coma, you know, when you get a bit tired after eating a big takeaway. So I'm going to watch that in a minute. So excited. Topping just the French bit, and then we're going to add some bling, just a tiny bit of bling, just a single bling. What's a single bit of bling called? A blingo, you know, like a single piece of spaghetti, single strand is called a spaghetto. Oh, how adorable is that? And confetti is confetto. So we're going to take something from the Crystal Parade Zodiac Deck the Hall Pink collection, just a tiny little one of those pinky purple ones, because it's a perfect match. You can get money off there as well. Link, code, description. Head on down. Head on down to the description box. You'll find lots of codes for lots of things and places. And then I'm going to try and draw a star shape. I'm using the Madame Glam art gel for this, because it doesn't move about when you put things on, which is nice. And then we'll plonk one of these in the middle. How cute is that? Perfect little match. And then I'm going to do 3 caviar beads in a little triangle on all the points of where a star would be. I was trying to do, I remember seeing somewhere once and was amazed by it, how simple and amazing it was, where you use a crystal and then you put some caviar beads around it to make a star, but it didn't look like this, and I couldn't find it in my Pinterest folders. Was it just one? Did they do just one caviar bead at the point of a star, where the star points are? I'm not sure, but I'm doing 3. Maybe it was 3, but it was a bigger crystal. But anyway, did this on a hunch, and I'm super pleased with it because it's a star. Anything star shape, I'm a happy camper. And it just looks super cute because we've got the gold that matches the gold, and then the crystal matches the background, and it makes a little star. Look how cute that is. Oh, so cute. So that, I believe, is the final one. Oh, we're having a little close up. I'm having a little proud moment. Look at my star. And then this is the final set. See what I mean? Just sort of the same thing, but in different ways. So it's a cohesive set. And all the glowy bits, every angle, there's something that's glowing. So go and have a look at these Spring Cateye bundle on Madame Glam. And don't forget, you can get 30% off using the link in the description and the code MISSJO30. Do this design and tag me if you do something like this with them. Let me know what you think. I hope you like them. The collection is the Spring Cateye bundle. There they are again. And for some reason they've got wet on them. Don't know what it is. It's nothing gross. It's probably just isopropyl alcohol when I squirted some on a lint wipe and it kind of sprays across the whole room. But they're amazing. Let me know what you think. Come say hello in the comments. I love to hear from you. I appreciate you being here so much. I really do. Like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.